I would hate to have your problem, Stoney. I'd hate to hate white people and have white people have to pay for my kids' education. I would hate to hate white people, but have white people be the ones who are indoctrinating my kid. Stoney, white people are indoctrinating your kid right now because you couldn't be father enough to put them in an all-black school. And you're so pro-black that you don't believe that all black schools exist. Somebody need to call this fool from Prince George's County. Can somebody call this fool from Prince George's County and let him know that there are all black schools that exist? Can somebody do this for him? Because he doesn't think that it exists. He doesn't think this exists. Now, y'all gonna quit calling my damn cell phone. Y'all gonna cut that shit out. But I want y'all to understand, this is what we're doing. We have people who are pro-black, but they don't believe in even seeking the places where there are these black communities. And Stoney, since you called me Reverend Ike, Stoney, do me a favor, Stoney. Let's see what happens. Stoney, do me a favor. Hang up, because you're on the line right now. I'll do us both a favor. I won't bring up your name ever again on my show. Don't find yourself in my chat room or on my line. Do me a favor and see if you can do it. Let me tell you what kind of man he is. As a man right now, what we're going to do is, we cool. Hang up the phone, get out of my chat room. You don't like me, we're all good. Just hang up the phone, get out of my chat room. Stoney, you're still on the line. Hang up. Stoney, you're still on the line. Hang up. Stoney, you're still on the line. Hang up. Stoney, I just opened your mouth, your mic. Is there any particular reason why you have not hung up?
Because in the end, you got crazy. You got crazy. You know what I mean? Like I was nothing but respectful to you.
You have been disrespectful to me the whole time. You brought up the fact. Yes, you have. No, sir, you were. I asked you a specific question, and you avoided every time. Damn near every time I was asking you specific questions. To me, I find that disrespectful.
You do word analogies and twist things, and if this was that and all of that, man. Like,
but that's what you did. Wait a minute. But that's what you did. When you called me, you were doing word analogies, saying, "Well, what if?" When you were talking about my conversation with those women.
You know what, Tommy? You're absolutely right. I'm going from this day forward. You will never see me on your channel. You will never see me anywhere. I'm glad I got a chance to talk to you because I see what came out in the end. And in the end, what came out was what I knew would come out.
Well, great. So that's why I don't approach. You're right. I'll have it. See how he speaks like a woman? See how he speaks like a woman? Have a nice life. Women.
I don't speak like a woman.
That's what a woman would say to a grown. But wait a minute. That is what a woman would say to a grown man. That's literally what a woman says to a man. No man says that to another man. I didn't make this up. I didn't make this up. You literally said something that females say to dudes when they're trying to gang up on them.
Nah, that's crazy.
Y'all tell me, is that not what women say when they're trying to hang up on you?
That's why niggas call you gay, because you attack other niggas' manhood. I'm a man through and fucking through. You understand? I did what I had to do for my son with whatever help I needed. My son is in a good school. My son is going to be better off than I was. That's all that fucking matters.
Oh, wait. Hold on a second. So it's okay for you now to start cussing because something finally bothered you?
Of course. Yeah, because you cursed me out, man.
No. Yeah. When you got back on this line, I didn't cuss you out. And you tried to be all political, remember? I didn't say anything to you. But I said something you didn't like. I didn't call you gay. Did I call you gay at one point? At any point?
You when you say that a man has women tendencies, come on, man.
That's not calling him gay, sir. That isn't. You were raised by a woman. You have the tendency. Wait a minute. I point out how I do feminine shit. Am I calling myself gay? Are you serious? You can't even have a logical conversation like a man. When I pointed out to you that I did what I did when I started dating the white...
You did it again. I can't have a logical conversation like a man.
That doesn't make you gay. You're not being logical. That's what men do. We should pride ourselves in being logical.
You want to go on a tirade and then you fall back on logic. Then you go on a tirade.
Even my tirade was logic. Name something I said in my tirade that was illogical. I will let you tell me. Name one thing I said in the emotional rant that was not filled with logic.
You spewed so much shit, Tommy.
Just name one then. If I spew so much, just name one. See how you couldn't even do what I just asked? I said name one. If you told me name one thing you did last year to help black people, I ain't gonna say, I did so much shit. That doesn't make sense. You literally can't ask direct questions. All I asked you was name one thing. I know. I said name one thing is what I said. Your son's learning from white people.
Okay. One thing that you did was to call me a stupid ass. When my son is 17 years old, and what I did to affect his future happened 17 years ago.
That has nothing to do with, you still were a stupid ass at the moment. And then I said, wait a minute. And then I said, just like I was, wait. And just what I said about myself and how I got in my position with my daughter's mother. Remember, I didn't say nothing positive about me. I said the same thing about myself, but it's different. I can't say it about you is what you're saying, right?
You didn't call yourself a stupid ass. I've never heard you call yourself a
How
stupid
many of you guys heard me say how stupid I was for doing what I was doing? Any time? How many guys you have heard me say? And I've said it, my daughter was in. I've said it, my daughter here. I don't mind saying it. It was stupid.
You didn't say how stupid I was. You said I'm a stupid ass.
Okay.
There's a difference in past tense and present tense.
Okay, currently you are, because you find a reason to be able to start cussing because I said something you don't like, but you don't understand that I would do the same thing when you said something I don't like. That's common sense to me.
I responded with what you came with.
No. When I called you back, no, you didn't. You're lying. When I called you back, you were still being, quote unquote, respectful and soft-spoken until I said feminine. I wasn't yelling when I said feminine. I didn't say fucking female. I didn't say fucking faggot. You didn't like one word and you went off.
No, but you had already called me all kinds of names.
Did you hear what I just said? When you answered the phone, when I answered your line, were you cussing?
You can't erase.
I asked you, see how you can't answer? I'll ask it again. What you were saying would be true if when I picked up the phone, you were cussing because you would be mad because I was cussing. That's logical, but you weren't. And then you touted your ability to not be cussing. You touted that you were respectful. That's what you did when I answered your line.
You can only push a man, but so far.
But I didn't push you anymore. I didn't cuss at you.
So you punch somebody in the face.
Do y'all hear what he's saying? Do y'all hear what he's saying?
You punch somebody in the face, and then you come back and say, "Hey, how you doing, brother? Everything cool?" And
you should have been yelling then. But you should have been yelling then.
Well, no, I tried to still take the high road.
And what made you not? And so here's the question: what made you say fuck the high road? What happened that made you say fuck the high road?
When you compare me to a woman,
you see my point? So everything I was saying before you kept cutting me off was 100% true. That once I said that word, you lost it. That's all I said. That's all I said, though, sir. Wait a minute. By your logic, then you should have understood why I lost it when that chick said police. Then you also should have understood it when I lost it, when I've been asking you direct questions on my show and you refused to answer it. Wouldn't you have understood it? Because I didn't threaten to call the police on you. Wait. I didn't threaten to call the police on you. We're just talking. You can get off the phone at any point in time you wanted to. I got followed by this chick talking about she gonna call the police, which is by your logic. If you can get mad because I used the word feminine, I can get mad that she used the word police. You tell me how many police have killed black men and how many word feminine have killed black men. Go on.
Yo, first of all, I don't know how many police have killed black men. It's numerous. And I don't know how many times the word feminine has killed black men. But people have killed themselves for being called gay and shit like that. So yeah, that word is.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Have you been out on the front line fighting against people who call me gay and all this stuff? You threw it up. I see why people call you gay. That's what you said. And then you just turned around and said people kill themselves for that.
If you look in the chat room, I defend you every time somebody calls you gay.
Until I use the word feminine, which we all know is different than being gay. It's different. I talk about myself and my feminine ways. Matter of fact, you was agreeing when I said something about it. When I said about myself, you agreed with it. Don't play with me.
See, this is what you do. You chronologically change the points, and you say something later on, and then you make it like you said that earlier.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so tell me, listen, I will allow you to tell me what it is I tried to pull the wool over people's eyes. Go ahead, tell them. You got the mic.
When you try to pull the wool over people's eyes, is that when you tell people that your reactions are right. Like, I don't care if she said that she was going to call.
When have I said my reactions were right? Sir, you're a liar. I just spoke on the phone with you and told you I'm not trying to justify any action I've done. You heard me say that. I said, if you still believe that my action is wrong, I expect that and respect that. I said that to you. Did I not?
No. You tried to justify it.
You asked me a question, sir. That is not a justification. You asked me why I did it. Now you wonder why I called you stupid? Because you asked a nigga a straight up question of why he did something. Then you turn around and when you got the answer, act like that person was wrong for answering your fucking question. Do you understand that the only reason you're on this line is because you wanted to ask me that question? Now I'm mad for answering it. I'm wrong for answering it. That's what.
No, you're wrong for doing it. I never said
you asked me. You asked me.
See, this is what you do.
Oh
you play
my
word
God!
Games. You play word games.
Every time these niggas have no answer for it, they claim that I'm somehow some Jedi mind trick dude. I'm making them not understand what I'm saying.
See, you're not a Jedi mind trick dude because what you do could defeat people that's stupid. I'm not stupid, not by a stretch of the means. If I was stupid, I wouldn't be here. I lived on this earth quite some time. And
by your logic, all 29-year-olds are intelligent.
No.
You just said, you just said, I'm not stupid. I'm still here. I'm still on this earth. That was your words.
After quite some time. Not
29 years.
Not 29 years.
How old are you? I'm sorry.
I'm 43.
Okay, so all 43-year-olds are very intelligent and very intelligent by your logic.
No, not all, but I'm 43 years old.
But you used it to prove your intelligence. Am I doing a Jedi mind trick now too?
No. That because I can't give you a list of everything that proves my intelligence. So I'll just give you one point. You single in on that point and try to disprove that.
Wait a minute, I singled in on the first thing came out of your mouth. If I tell a woman the reason why I should be in a relationship, or if I tell an employer the reason why I should have the job, if the first thing that came out of my mouth was something that was pretty damn stupid, you don't think they would single in on that?
Okay, so let me tell you why I'm intelligent.
You didn't answer. See how you skipped my question?
Oh.
You see how you literally just glossed over it?
What's the question?
I said, if I was trying to talk to a woman and tell her why we should be in a relationship, or a job and tell them why I should have that job, if the first thing that came to my mind was something that was absolutely stupid and defeatable in any context, you saying that you made it to 43, I know some 60-year-old bums. So by your logic, they're intelligent.
No. But first of all, you stopped me before I finished what I was saying.
I just said I stopped you on the first one. And as a matter of fact, I stopped you after the second one. What you did was I stopped you after the second one. Go back and listen. You go back and listen to the show. And I guarantee you won't email me and say, you're right, I did list two things before you stopped me. But go ahead.
I guarantee you, if you're right, I will email you, because that's what I could do.
Because you listed two things.
I'm intelligent. Okay. I'm intelligent because you know what? I'm doing something to lift my son out of this. You understand? Uh-huh. I'm doing something to help.
That doesn't make you intelligent. That makes you empathetic. Look the word up.
No. It makes me intelligent in which the manner I'm doing it.
The
You
manner?
understand?
Well, how is it intelligent? Somebody told you about the program.
Right.
Wait a minute. You're a middleman. Somebody told you about the program and somebody else paid for it. All you are is a middleman. By your logic, it makes me intelligent if I go and if I go to the lottery place, put money down, the machine picks the money, the machine picks the number, and then the other balls come up, and then it picks, I win the lottery. I'm smart now because of this? I'm intelligent?
Well, see that's where we go. A lottery and a conversation is different things.
No, what just happened with you is the lottery. Well, no, what happened with you and your kid is the lottery. You said it yourself. There's a pack of dogs in a building, and they throw only enough food in there to feed one. Your son, you didn't say that the dogs went out and hunted for that food. You said it was thrown to them, and whichever dog got the food was the one that ate. Your son was the dog that got the food. By the analogy you used, sir, I didn't make this up. You used that analogy.
Okay.
So that means you hit the lottery. That's exactly what that is. The food was thrown in there. Your son was the one that got to eat. That's a lottery.
No. The lottery is because, first of all, if the food is thrown in there and the dog gets to eat, it's not a lottery. It's the strongest dog that can eat. He can get his mouth on it, but they can still pull it out his mouth.
Okay, that still doesn't say he's intelligent. You use whatever you want. It does not show intelligence, as my point.
My son had to pass the test to get in the program. He had to go to an 18.
You said you, not your kid. Now you're trying to go to your kid's knowledge. We're talking about your knowledge. We're talking about your intelligence. Not your kids. Okay. I never said a word about your kids not intelligent. You called, you went up with your back phone. You were talking about how intelligent you are. You said, the first thing was your age. You said, I knocked that down. So the next thing you said that showed that you were intelligent was the fact that your kid's in this program. That doesn't show that you're intelligent either. That shows that your kid is intelligent.
Let me show you how I'm intelligent. I'm a dude that came from the same circumstances as everybody, right? I was in jail when everybody else was in the yard and lifting weights and looking at TV. I was downstairs getting a license to be an exterminator. After that, I came out of jail. I got a job as an exterminator, working in the same jail. Then I used that and took that money, paid for school to learn about computers. You understand? Then I took that knowledge and I got a job being an IT technician.
And I worked in IT, and I don't know too many IT technicians unless it's help desk that make $40,000 a year. So you can't be too high. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, because you said his tuition was $40 grand, and you don't even make that much a year. That's what you said.
We're talking about when he got into the 6th grade. Now I take more because I make more. I don't make what I made when I started. I'm a network administrator. I administer a network of 250 users.
So if you do this, wait. So when I said the point of now you should be paying for other kids to go to school, you said, but I don't make enough money to do that. That's what you said.
I gotta pay for my son.
No, you don't. No, you actually don't. You said he's still getting the grants.
No, the grants are based on income. As my income increases, I pay more.
Right, but you're still getting a subsidy, yes or no?
Yes, I get a subsidy.
So you should be able to use some of the money you have left over to help another kid.
And just so you know, there's not a whole bunch of niggas in my house. It's just me and my son. So
I didn't say it was a bunch of niggas. When did I say it was a bunch of niggas in your house? I said that you got a bunch of brothers. Nope. I said you got a bunch of brothers and other people in your family that couldn't help you do this one thing, which was put your kid in school. But you can get these brothers to go and try to help you and get Griff to get on me.
No, your exact words was your combined household income cannot help you. All of the people in your house cannot put money together and help you send your son to school.
So was I wrong? Wait. So was I okay? So was I wrong?
It's not a combined household income. You can't add 1 to 1.
Wait. If it's still combined, wait a minute. If I'm a boxer, what's my combined record? If I was saying what's his combined record of fights and title fights?
Combined is only dealing with multiples.
I don't know what's in, wait. I don't know what's in your house. I said your combined house. If you turn around and say I'm the only one in my house, that's your house. You know your house. I don't. I just bet that you couldn't do what you needed to do because you wouldn't need the subsidy. That's all I said.
But you alluded to the fact that that you made it sound like there were more than, there was a group of people in my household, and
I don't know what's in your house. I was making it seem like you could sit there and ask your brother for fucking help to get somebody to fuck with me. That's what I was. My point. The fact that you're not even listening. My only point was whoever that nigga was, you could ask to get another dude to want to fight me. You couldn't ask that nigga to help with the kid in school. Do you not get the point now? Or are you going to still argue semantics? My point was you had the ability to go get a nigga to fight another nigga, and you don't know neither of the niggas, but you was willing to do that. But the niggas you could get to get that done would not help you put your kid in school. And you don't think that's a bad damn black eye on black people, that we can get people to fuck with other people, but we can't get people to help put our kid in school. We can't do that.
For one, yeah, that's a very bad black eye. That's why, Tommy, I didn't even have to tell you that I was going to do that. I gave you inside information on me, and you turned around and in turn tried to use it against me.
Just like wait. Just like I gave you inside information on me that I'm dating a white chick. And you turned around and tried to use it against me, didn't you? Yes, you did. Because I didn't have to tell now one of y'all I was dating a white chick, did I? Did I have to tell any one of y'all who I was dating?
Yeah, I never agreed with that either.
Hold on, no. You see how you keep jumping around? All I said was, you won't answer the questions I asked. I said, did I have to tell any one of y'all, just like you told me? I did not have to tell any one of y'all who I was dating, did I not?
No, you didn't.
And when y'all found out from my own mouth, what did you do? You used it against me.
I didn't do anything.
You just used it against me on my own show. You brought it up on my own show. You used it against me on my own show when it had nothing to do with what I asked you. It literally had nothing to do.
I used the comment that you made about that you're going to stop. But I don't want to go there because I see that's going to piss you off.
That didn't piss me off. I've been sitting here. I actually have calmed down. That didn't piss me off.
Okay.
I made a point.
Okay, you made a good point. But now, my friend that I was going to call, like, how do you know his circumstances? Like, he has a family. Like, as a man, I'm not going to go to another man and ask him to help.
Bruh, I feel you. I'm not saying that other men should have to listen. And this is me talking to you as a friend right now. I feel you. You should not have to go to that man and ask him. My point is, you also should not be able to go to that man and be able to get him to sick somebody else on me to start a problem for me when you don't know me or the person you was willing to sick on me. Don't you think that am I not making a point, sir?
You are absolutely right. That's why I told you, because I was telling you how wrong it was for me to do that. So me telling you that, in part, was an acknowledgement that I shouldn't have did that.
You weren't telling me how wrong it was. Remember, you were saying that this was something you were going to do until you heard me say that I actually been working with him. You didn't say that it was wrong. You just said you were going to do it until you heard me on the show tonight saying that I actually worked with the dude. You were saying that it was ironic. You were saying that it was ironic that one of the names of the people who y'all grew up around, you were going to get him to come fuck with me. And then you listened to my show tonight and heard me talking about I was cool with him. You were saying it was ironic.
But now, understand, I wasn't getting Professor Griff to come and do an all-out assault on you.
You wouldn't have known what he was going to do. You wouldn't have known what he was going to do. It's just like me sicking a pit bull on you. How do I know it's going to bite you in the neck? Maybe I just wanted him to run you off the yard, but the pit bull wants to bite you in the neck.
Nah, I wanted him to do the same thing that I attempted to do, is to confront you so that I can hear you talk to somebody calmly, because I just didn't think that you would shut Griff down like that, because I know you would probably have more respect for Griff than you have for somebody that's unknown. Like
I have respect for everyone. When you got on this line, I have respect for you, and I don't know who you are.
Right.
I talk to everyone the same way, whether it's Corey or anyone. Once you start saying some out-of-line crap, I don't give a damn. It's my mom. Do you know my own mom called this show one time and she said something so stupid and I hung up on her?
Wow. I mean,
At a certain point in time, I have a responsibility to the audience, which is why when I started dating that white girl, I didn't wait on them to say it. I told them I am compromised because I love this white girl. So if you think I'm this pro-black dude, I'm not. I love this white girl, and if we have a kid, I'm gonna love that mixed kid. So if a race war break out, I'm not gonna kill my wife. So don't ask me to lead your army. Right, so don't ask me to lead your army. I'm gonna take this white bitch and our mixed breed kid, and we're gonna try to go somewhere and hide because both sides might fuck us up. Do you feel me?
I feel you on a lot of things.
Like even right now, I don't have an issue. The biggest reason I brought you back in is because I don't have an issue with black men. I wish that we wouldn't have an issue together, but I wish we could also understand when we have the ear of the people, we have a duty to be honest to them. You right now have the ear of the people. Thousands of people are listening to you right now. You and I have a duty to be honest with them, even if it makes us look bad.
And I'm being as honest as I can, but on the same token, I can't get on a platform like yours and expect to keep my job.
That is true, but that is true, and we need more people like you, though. We don't need people like me. A woman called in earlier and she said, like last week, she said, well, I can't do what you do. I said, and you shouldn't want to do what it is that I do. Everybody can't do it. You remember when I was talking earlier about what a community is? That's what a community is. You shouldn't have to put yourself out there. There should be people who do it. The same way the United States has a military. Is everybody in that military or certain people in that military?
No, certain people that are trained to do what's needed to do to protect the country.
So look at me as the military. And if you really like the damn job I'm doing, then you help fund that military, just like you do in the United States. You don't have to fight. Matter of fact, you fund it so you never have to fight.
Okay.
You shouldn't ever have to put your name out there to make you not be able to get a job. Unlike the other pro-blacks, I'm not running around telling blacks to not work for white people, to not get jobs. Think about it. I'm not telling you that.
But I mean, if you look at the Nation of Islam, like they're definitely, against the white establishment.
And the Nation of Islam is needed. But wait a minute. But the Nation of Islam is needed. That's what a community is. No. The Nation hires a lot of people in the Nation. They do. The Nation of Islam has a lot of people in their community. Them motherfuckers got their own schools. They got their own shit.
No, I understand that, but they also know that they don't have all of the resources, and they have no problem going and taking a job. I work with brothers.
Oh, no, I agree. And anybody that tells you shouldn't work with white people is stupid. I'm telling you right now, anybody that tells you shouldn't work with white people is stupid. Because white people don't mind working with your black ass. White people will work with your black ass if they can make a profit off of you. The NBA is full of niggas that white people don't like, but they still work with. Am I lying?
Of course.
That's the point.
Rap music.
Thank you.
They work with rappers. Every day.
Thank you. That's my point.
I just think
I'm using the platform I'm using right now. Each one of these platforms are white people. Why the fuck would I say white people so damn evil, but they allow me to say this shit? That's stupid. It's a lie, is what it is. But people won't be honest and say that they're lying.
I don't think all white people are evil.
And you shouldn't, because you have some that helped your kid get out of your situation. You shouldn't think that they're all evil. Look, if it wasn't for white people, I would still be living in the hood because my mother lived in the hood and all she did was hate white people, but the only people that gave her a fucking loan and a job was who? White people. The same black people that was knocking her up and living in the damn neighborhood with her, none of them had one job to give my mom.
But you know what? Now check this out. Once my son got into this school, he had numerous obstacles, and they all came from white people.
Of course he would have, wait a minute, of course he would have numerous obstacles that came from the people that he's around. That's the people he's around. If we believe... There's black kids in the school too, and there's black teachers. But when I looked around, and they said that my son was one white teacher said that my son was a bully. That my son is the exact opposite of a bully. He's never even had a fight. Why did they say that your kid was a bully? Why did they say this?
She She just lied. She just lied. And what I had to do was I had to go around to all the other teachers and get them to sign something to discredit what she was saying. And
so wait. So let me get this straight. So a bunch of other white teachers went against one white teacher.
No, not a bunch of them. A lot of black teachers and white teachers.
Okay.
But
you please say you get with my point. See how you turned around and said. The point is, you had one, even if what you're saying is true, one white teacher said something. The other white teacher said that teacher's a liar. That's the equivalent of one black woman trying to convince me of rape, and a bunch of other black women saying he would never do that. At that point, I'm not going to say white, it's them black bitches, because the black women came to my damn protection. It's that black bitch.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I had to do some stuff and go around
and you should have to do that though, sir. There are evil people all over the planet. There are people who are going to lie about you all over the planet.
Right.
And you should be protecting against yourself as well as your kid's reputation. To act like because she white, I shouldn't have had to go and get the word and signatures of other people who disagree. If it was an all black school, you would have had to do the same thing, sir.
Yes, of course. And it was a black lady that locked the computers in the closet from his old school. So I understand.
That's all I'm saying. See? Now think about this. It was a white person that called your kid a bully. It was a black person that caused your kid not to learn.
And the white person almost caused my kid not to learn.
Let me stop. There was a white person a black person who actually did it. The white person tried. The black female succeeded.
Yes.
And you see what my point is? And as a matter of fact, white people helped you defeat the white person. No black people helped you defeat the black person.
No, black people too. All the see that we can't spin that.
How can you not? You said she was successful in hiding the computers.
Oh no, yeah, but she's no longer the principal at that school. The whole neighborhood got her out of that school.
So why aren't you? So wait a minute. Then why is your kid not back at that school?
Because after that, I just know that actually a Chinese woman told me that she was getting her kids out of there, and I started seeing the handwriting on the wall, and I started seeing
So then my point is proven. You didn't go back because that person was removed.
No, because I didn't know who was coming in next.
Right.
I wanted him to.
Wait. But you did not take your kid out of that school with them white people because you didn't feel like what other white person was going to blame your kid next. You still left your kid there, didn't you?
Not because I didn't feel like other white people was going to blame him. I left him there because of all his opportunities.
So wait. So the good outweighed the bad.
Yeah.
That again is my point, sir. We say but a whole lot, but we never want to admit what is actually happened. There is no but when you decided something was bad at one school, you took them out. And even though you seen they corrected it, you said, I saw the writing on the wall. But there's other school in which you're trying to make it seem like it's all bad because this white person did this, but it was white people that came to help you. And it wasn't so bad to where you would take your kid out because you felt like the opportunities outweighed the risk of another white person probably trying to do something to fuck with your kid. That's my point.
Yeah.
Even you feel more comfortable with white people than black people by what you just said. You feel more comfortable with the risk you're putting your kid in that, well, it won't be a bunch of other white people that come out because the risk, the reward outweighs the risk. But with the black folks, he was like, nah, it ain't worth it. The black school, he was like, nah, I ain't even taking that chance.
It came down to economics and not the color of the people that were there. It came down to that school had way more, what's the word I'm looking for, resources than the school that I took my son out of.
They also had way more white people too, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They have way more white people, but they also have, actually the school is not, it's not a lily white school.
No, that ain't what. Wait. That ain't what I asked you for. Because by that logic, that other school is not a broke down, no opportunity school. All you said was they had way more opportunities. Your school, that school you left still had opportunities. You just said they had way more. All I said was they had way more whites. That school you went to still had way more whites. I'm sorry, I'm just using English the way it was supposed to be used.
No,
I didn't call it lily white. It does have way more whites.
No, see, that's the crazy thing. I live in a gentrified neighborhood. I live in Bed-Stuy, which is now called Stuyvesant Heights because white people start moving there. So there are a lot of white people in that school. You understand what I'm saying? But there's still not the resources in that school that are in the school that he goes to. So it's not, at that point, it wasn't about, because I never made schooling about black and white. When I talked about the white power structure, I'm talking about high up. Even as far as putting Obama in. And I get tired of people saying Obama is black. Obama is black and white. So, but we are the most accepting race of people. We'll let them come in our neighborhoods and be cool with us and stuff like that, but they're not as accepting. Like, they're accepting to a point. You could be rich and you move into a certain neighborhood, they'll get you out.
Okay, wait. And I want to point something out to you. I'm in a certain neighborhood. They ain't got me out.
I said certain neighborhood.
But they don't bother me. But wait a minute, but they don't bother me. As a matter of fact, I can tell you, when you move into these so-called white neighborhoods, if you don't move in there and bring in a bunch of bullshit, even if they don't like you, they leave you alone. They just don't like you. They push them and leave you. Yeah, and this is one of the most racist states in the union.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Them white people done brought my cat back, done put my stuff off the road. Because you know what I don't do over at my house? Party and act stupid and smoke weed and have the police called because I'm fighting a bitch.
Right, okay. I mean, you know.
I'm not saying white people like me. I told them people all the time, I know them white folks they aren't feeling me like that. They're not.
Right.
Half of them that brought my cat back wanted to see what the fuck I had in the house. I believe the cat was an excuse for them to walk up to my door and see what the fuck is going on.
Right.
But the point is, you ain't fucking with me and you allow me to live my life. So I don't care what the fuck you do. Because let me tell you something. When I look at them white folks, I look at them the same cross-eye.
Okay.
I went over to get to know my motherfucking neighbor because I was just as nosy, because I wanted to know that bitch too. I know the woman lived to my left. I know that woman is a widower. Her husband died of a heart attack. She got 2 kids. I know the motherfucker that live over there. He on an exterminating company. Why do I know this shit? Because them white folks was going to know who the fuck I was. They were going to know who the fuck my daughter was. And they was going to have no fucking excuse. So if anything happened to my fucking cat, my daughter, or anything, I'm on their ass. You got no excuse. Do something and tell me you didn't know. I didn't know who that was. The fuck you did. And now we got a problem.
Okay.
That's my point. But I don't have any beef with you, brother. Seriously, I don't have any beef with you. I just want brothers to be able to be, when we're talking, let's speak facts about what it is we do. And if we're getting help somewhere, I'm really serious with you. Just start a small little blog website that just allows other black people in your neighborhood to be able to take advantage of this fucking system. Whatever that system is you got in, it sounds like a good one. Allow more of them to do it and allow them to have easy access to it. And the website, and we know today in 24, and when websites are free, you can do a WordPress. But it allows more people to be able to see it. And then it puts your voice out there, brother, in a positive way. So I know how you said it's difficult to do what I do, and I get it. But in this manner, there's no negative that'll come to you. There's literally no negative to you. Or like somebody said, a Facebook page. Facebook page is perfect. You will allow that white Mark Zuckerberg to advertise your shit.
You don't think if I start a Facebook page and it's devoted to black people, I'm going to get
No. I just said that schooling. Not devoted to black people, just to help people get into that school, get in that program. See, you see what you see what every time I say something, you try to find like what makes it impossible to do. This is what's killing us as black people. The first thing we think of is how it won't work.
Of course, but I did ask a question.
No, I'm just saying we have to get out of that mentality.
Yeah, and the first way is to ask questions. So that's why I asked you so that you could tell me.
No, but not negative questions. Say, well, what can I do to start this?
Okay.
You see how they're 2 different questions?
you to start that.
Yeah, one is, won't they shut my shit down if I do this? No, they won't shut your stuff. Man, if they haven't shut my stuff down, how would they shut yours down? All them people trying to tell you that white people shutting shit down is a lie. White people ain't shutting shit down. At the end of the day, they fucking with my shit, but I can still put up another one. They're making it difficult for me to grow, but they understand that they're making money off of me. That's what they're doing. They want to see how diligent I am. Because, you know, a lot of white people are like how parents are to their kids. They want to see how diligent you are. And if you get too diligent, then they just try to buy you.
So then in the end, it's still some kind of agenda against me.
Yes, but what you have to do is do what you can. You have to do what you can. If you believe, I don't believe in having a defeatist attitude. Even if white people are against me right now, I still have enough. I only got one life. Am I going to live it saying that white people, this conspiracy stuff, y'all need to quit listening to those people who's telling you this. Seriously. You say that there's this white agenda to keep you down. Yet one of the reasons why you're not stepping out on faith and doing this type of shows and shit that I do is because a white job is keeping you employed, keeping it to where you can pay your bills, keeping it to where you can buy shit for your kid. So you can't keep talking like that. Seriously, you can't keep talking like that. They ain't keeping you down when they are keeping you to the point where you can do the things that you do, to the point where you fear their backlash.
Well, I mean, the money that I get on my job, it's a nonprofit organization, and they claim that that's why. But all of the white people at that job are in the upper positions, and they're equally qualified black people in that job. So
then start your own. Start your own. Every year you guys have money. Whoever all you guys are that's got all this money, that's got all this knowledge, y'all could literally put your money together and start your own that does the same thing that they do because you know it from the inside out. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
I bet y'all ain't sit down and thought about it. Keep putting money aside every month to do this. Y'all ain't thought about it. Y'all ain't done it. That's embarrassing, sir.
No, because my first responsibility is to my family, my immediate family, my son. That's my first responsibility.
Then stop talking. Then for some reason, white people don't believe that their first response is to their immediate family and fuck their community. That's why there's no black community. You just explained it. Your first response is to your family. And for some reason, for as long as you've been doing that, you still haven't been able to collect and group up with your community. You still, after all this time, are only your only thought is your family. After all this time of working and getting assistance, you still can only think about your family, not that community. So stop complaining that white people have created a community. Stop. Why complain that they have built this? No, seriously, why complain that they built this? They built it. Do you think white folks started with an advantage? By what you pro-black say, they started off in caves. Did they bitch? Let me ask you something. Did they bitch to black folks and get affirmative action from black folks? Did the cave dwellers get affirmative action from black folks?
No, they got guns and went and found some other black folks that would sell us into slavery.
I asked the question. So they did not get affirmative action from black folks. They didn't cry, bitch, and moan and say black folks won't allow us to get guns. They didn't cry and bitch at all. They literally went gangster and turned their shit around, right?
Of course, yes, they did that because the black people didn't have anything to give them affirmative action.
Wait a minute, no. Yes, they did. If you said black people own all the gold and built pyramids and they was the one who had civilization, the white people froze in caves. That's what you pro-blacks keep saying.
I'm not a pro-black.
Whatever it is, do you believe? Okay, do you believe that these blacks came from kings and queens and that we created mathematics and all of this other stuff? Do you believe this?
I believe some of it.
So then we had the power. So then we had the power. We had the power, and they took it from us. They didn't ask for it; they took it. Stop asking for shit. Stop asking for shit. Is all I'm asking black folks. Stop asking for shit. Why is it that I'm the coon, but I'm the one telling y'all to stop asking for shit? Malcolm X would tell you the same thing if he was here. No, I'm saying the majority of people call me a coon. Y'all, that's why y'all felt y'all need to get Professor Griff on me. But why is it that I'm the one that's talking like a actual revolutionary instead of the black folks that's talking about we can't do that because they won't let us? Malcolm X didn't sit around saying we can't do that because they won't let us.
No, Malcolm X didn't. But Malcolm X is one. There are others that.
And I'm one, but I'm the one that y'all spend y'all time talking shit about instead of the other dudes who telling y'all to just accept what you got. Don't you understand that no matter how much you hate me, at least I'm trying to tell you to do it yourself?
If I hated you, Tommy, I wouldn't be on the phone.
No, not you. I'm saying in general. All of the hate that I get to where people are getting together saying, let me call my homeboy and see if we can get Professor Griff to run him off.
And not to run you off. To just do what I was doing, to question you. And I just felt that you would respect him more than you would respect me.
Do you remember earlier that we were talking and I said that you called to question me and you said, no, I didn't? And yet right now you just said you wanted Professor Griff to do what it was that you did, which is call and question me. Do you see I had to go an extra hour to get you to admit that that's exactly what you said? That's my problem. I don't play games with people.
I never said that I didn't call.
Yes, you did.
I never said I didn't call.
I said the only reason I gave you an explanation is because you asked me a question. You said, no, I didn't. That's what we were talking when I was yelling, saying that it makes no sense that you're saying that I'm trying to justify something when you asked me a question. Had you not asked me the question and called in and asked me a question, I would not have given you an answer. You don't remember this at all. But, sir, I'm a psychologist. I remember every word that comes out of my mouth and goes into my ear. So whether I'm yelling or not, I remember everything you guys say. I'll remember your name the next time you call. I'll remember this call, even if you call in 2 years from now, because that's my job.
Okay. So now, say with all of that, like, I think of myself as a special kind of person, right? And I think I had to find my own way in life and things like that. And the way that I found, it worked for me. So I understand what you're saying. The way you found, it works for you. But for me to know that, I can't look at a video. I had to talk to you to understand that. And to get to that point.
But what we have to do is be open when you talk to me, though. I was open when you talked to me. That's why I even picked up your phone and called you. I was open that you wanted to talk to me. And I was open to explain something to you that I had explained thousands of times to other people. And I still didn't have a problem explaining it to you. So maybe... Because I gotta go to a break. I gotta go to a break. I'm like 30 minutes into it. Let me tell you what I've done, brother. I push back paying bills and collecting money for my show in order to continue to talk to you. That's what I did.
Thank you, Tommy.
Because I believe in the idea of us as black men. It's more important than meaning something like that. In the end, I'll get my money. In the end, I will get this stuff back. But I can't get the time that I'm speaking to you back. I can't get the time in which you allotted me to even be able to speak to you. Because you know what? The fact that you're staying on the phone to talk to me more should probably illustrate to a lot of people, at the end of the day, there must be something there that you felt you wanted to get. And the fact that I picked up the line to talk to you, there must be something there I felt like I wanted you to know. And maybe we can build as brothers that way.
I agree with you, Tommy. I feel that definitely me staying on the phone with you that long, it was something, because I didn't want to stay on the phone and argue with you. At some point, I came on closed-minded, and you opened my mind. You know what I mean? And at the same token, I think there was something in what I was saying and how I was bringing it to you that made you stay on the phone too.
But that's what I said. This is what I mean. I literally just said that, did I not?
Yeah, you did. I didn't get you totally. I thought you were saying that I just got on the phone because you were special, and then I just wanted to hear what you had to say.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean? That's a problem. That's a problem. I'm even complimenting you, saying that I needed to talk to you as much as you needed to talk to me, and you still only heard half.
Yeah, and you know what, Tommy? It's like some people are built. I'm better with writing things down and thinking about what I'm saying once it's written, than because sometimes I might stumble over my words in an actual, you know what I mean, confrontation, or even if it's a light confrontation, because that's not what I do. Like, I'm better, I'm actually better at dealing with inanimate objects.
Do me a favor, and I feel you, because I know I worked in IT, and I know guys like you, administrators and stuff, so I know exactly what you're saying. I actually talk about that a lot. My brother Israel lives out there in Baltimore. He lives in your area, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna email you and give you his number because he wants to talk to you guys because I think that you guys are close together and I think that we need more people to bounce ideas off each other, especially if there may be some things that you guys can do out there to actually impact that community, even if it's behind the scenes. I'm gonna give you his number via email and they're gonna unblock you inside of that chat room. And I want you to, if you have any other problem with me ever again, you say something about it. You say, hey, I got a problem with that, but make sure it's one of those things where you can say, I have a problem with it and this is why. And at the end of it, we still don't have to have beef. At the end of this, you and me don't have beef. And that's why the biggest thing, I'm glad we kept talking. And that's why I didn't mind going over. And that's why I didn't mind missing the commercials because it needed to be had because I'm not trying to have these lifelong beefs with people because it's stupid, especially when the majority of it is, it's all over opinion.
Okay. Well, you know what, Tommy, man? Like, I really appreciate your time, and I've definitely changed my opinion of you, and you know, and I understand people get frustrated and stuff like that, and you know, like I say, I'm just as lost as our people are, and I'm trying to find my way better. You know what I mean? And like sometimes, you know, we're gonna all make mistakes, and you know, I'm just doing the best that I can, and you know what? I apologize for anything that I said that was wrong. You know what I mean? And I'm going to go back and listen to the show because this is great. This is like the first time that I ever got a chance to actually debate with somebody, and I can actually go back and listen to the debate and see where my errors were.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to see if I can get somebody to cut this to where it'll be up to where you can get it. So you can see it and anybody else can see it. Because I think the biggest thing that came out of this, you can tell your son, I can tell my daughter, that even when people are at each other's throats, they can still come to a conclusion and be, as you said earlier, civil.
Yes. Yeah, you, and you know what? When I first got in the chat room, people said you was going to school me, and I was like, whatever. But you know what? I learned something, Tommy. And I appreciate that. Like I just hope that, and I'm gonna donate to your show now, and I just hope that other people, you know, can you know, learn and things. And it's probably not gonna get better in our lifetime, and I know that's a defeated attitude.
No, I say the same thing. Let me tell you something, brother. You 43, I'm 39. Guess what you and me have to do? We have to make sure that your son and my daughter are the ones who do more than we did, because we fucked up. Say whatever you want to. When we look back, we fucked up.
Yeah.
The only thing we can do right now is let them know we fucked up every time we get a chance.
Okay. Yeah. My son was watching for a while, but he had to go to bed because he got school tomorrow. But thank you. Are you going to send me your brother's number in the email?
Yeah, I'm going to send it to you because you sent me the email. He's going to put you back in the chat room. They're saying that he can't find your number in the chat room. I'm not your number, but your name. Your name is not showing up in the chat room for some reason anymore. Like he was looking for it, but he can't find it.
You know what might have happened? The computer screen might have went to sleep. See.
Oh. Well, if you can, if you whenever try to get back in there or send me a message if it's saying you can't get in there, but I'm going to send you a message now. I think I have your information. Let me make sure I'm going to send it right.
That's me right there. I'll send it. Stony Rome.
Let me see if I can find it. So you're in the chat room? I see where you yeah, I'm emailing you now back my brother Israel's phone number.
Okay, great.
And you guys get together. And as a matter of fact, since I'm coming back out to that area, we all three need to see if we can put something together, you, him, and me, and start something small to where we can do something in that area.
Okay. Yes.
You need some strong-minded brothers that's got to, we need some strong-minded brothers. Look, I'm not calling you nothing other than the fact that you had a strong mind and you stood up for what you thought was right at the time. You need brothers, and especially the fact that you're a hard-working brother, and you kind of like, look, I can have my thoughts, but I need to pay my damn bills. I'd rather have more brothers on my team like you who say, no matter what the fuck I'm thinking, I still got to pay my damn bills. And I'm not going to do shit to not be able to pay my bills. I trust you more than the dumbass nigga that say he's going to go to jail over fighting me and fuck his family.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
And that's the point. So let's all see what we can get together. So then we got some brothers in that DC, Baltimore area. Let's see if we can put something together.
Okay, well, I'm in New York.
Oh, you're in New York. Well, you on the train ride north.
Okay, all right. Well, thanks again, Tommy, and tell you I gotta get ready to get to bed too, because I gotta get up.
We'll do it, brother. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna give you my personal number too. So when you check your email tomorrow, you'll have my number, and just stay in touch with me. And anytime you want to check me, because that's what I need. I literally can't be. I don't want to be lord over this fucking manor like I know everything. That's bullshit.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks again, Tommy, man.
Thank you, brother.
You be good, man. Take care, man.
You too. Love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
All right. Hey, y'all, we're going to go to this break. When people kept asking, why don't you do it? I'm challenging people. I don't know if y'all get it, but I'm challenging people. Even when I say shit like that, when I say I got to stump the bitch out of me every morning because I'm challenging myself. I can't use a soft word other than bitch. When I say we're arguing like females, I'm challenging this person to stop because that's what we need to do. We can't say any soft words. We are a hardened group of people. You see how he said he grew up in the hood. I grew up in the same hood. And let's be honest, guys, you have to say something harsh before we'll move. Tell me I'm lying. Us, you kind of have to say something harsh for us to move because we don't listen to nothing else, because that's how we heard people speak to us all the time. That's the only language we damn near understand. I'm going to go to a break, and everybody that's watching on YouTube is going to go down. Everybody that's called in for the second half of the show, if you're still on this line listening, hang up and call back in for the second half of the show, but I probably think the second half of the show is already full. Hang up, though, right now and call in for the second half of the show. The number's 347-989-8310. You know who I am and you know what this is. This is your world.